All right, I'm not sure what happened, but my mic stopped recording, so I'm just gonna do another quick video. Anyway, I found some little rim shots. They needed trimmed a little bit, but I got that all set up. So these are gonna be like the little clicks that happen when the Tetramino moves. Um, Hopefully that doesn't get too annoying. I don't know. We'll see how it turns out. But we have the clicks, and I ended up changing the Tetramino drop sound to make it a little bit shorter. I think I had too long of a tail before, but we're all good. So now we need, we'll do a meta sound source. This one will be for, wait, I think SFX is probably what I need to set this up as, and then we'll just call this SFX Tetramino move. All right, let's open this guy up. All right, we need an input. Hopefully I remember how to do this. Let's call it clicks, and we'll make that the display name as well, clicks. So we need a wave asset. Oh, I did see the option in there to export as a wave table, so that's interesting. That might make my workflow a little easier too. But we'll just do assets because that's how I exported it. All right, and then let's move this up so we can see it better. For values, oh, we'll make it an array. All right, and then, well, we had 6 of them, I think. 6. Yeah. All right, perfect. I like that. All right, back up to audio, minimal audio. Well, can we just move all the arrays elements at once? Highlighted that, so oh, nice. Well, that is beautiful. Now I have to delete these one at a time. I don't think I can select them all. That's good to know for future reference. Hey, you have to bear with me. I've never actually made a meta sound before. All right. So we don't need the content browser. So now we need I think it's just called a random get meta sound parameter pack array. Random get wave asset. Perfect. All right, so on play, and then for the clicks, that will be our in array. Okay, and then we need a wave player, I think. Wave player. We'll just do it in mono. All right, and then put the value here, and then I think we want on next into play. And out mono. Sounds kind of quiet. I wonder if it'll sound like that in game, or if that's because it's in mono. All right, well, let's I was thinking about varying the pitch, but I don't know. So next, I think I need to set this up so that the Tetramino play it. So let's go into our blueprints. I'll probably pull this out into C++ since that's where everything is anyway. But to test it, we'll just do, we'll test it on I. Full blueprint editor. Then we'll add meta sound? No. Media sound? Cameras, collision, custom, pass, media sound, playing a media player's audio component. That might be what we need. Audio capture. That's interesting. Okay, well, I'll look this up and I will be right back. Okay, I found it. I completely looked past it here, but there is just under common an audio component. So this is what I need. I went over to the documentation and found out it's called a U audio component. So let's go ahead and add that into C++. Let me bring this over here. And then we want instrumental bass. It's a C++ file. Don't need this other stuff open. It'll need a U property. So let's make this 02 audio, all caps, audio. All right, and then it's going to be a T subclass of or a T object pointer. Probably a pointer. Yeah, because that's what I'm doing with my text render components. So this will be a U, U audio components. And we'll call it move audio. All right, blueprint read write, defaults only, categories correct. We're going to need to forward declare it. So U audio component. All right, and then over here, let's do search for like this U audio components. .h probably. Maybe it's just audio component. Aha. Yeah, I should have known that. Okay, so over in C++, it's probably under components. So yeah, engine runtime, engine source runtime, engine classes, components. audio components. All right, and then up here, yeah, we're probably gonna need to do this. Yeah, so audio, or what was it called again? Move audio. Yeah, move audio. So we got move audio equals create default sub object. This will be a U audio components, text macro, move audio, and then move audio, setup, attachments, root component. I mean, I could use get root component, but I think root component is what I've been using in the other stuff, so we'll just do it like that. Alright, so now we'll make sure everything's saved. Oh yeah, before I forget, so I did decide to do a pitch shift. All I did was I grabbed a random float between 0.5 and 1.5 to vary up the pitch. I was going through these, but I think it probably should be on next. Because when we're grabbing a new one, yeah, that's probably good. Then on next, we'll shove one in here. Then on the other, we'll multiply the mono out. What you get is a variation in both pitch and volume. This might get annoying as it moves around. Maybe I should put this at like 0. So then like sometimes it won't play at all. It kind of sounds like the same one over and over again. But I guess they aren't that different anyway. And with the variation in the pitch, that's probably the only difference between them as it is. Whatever, we'll save, but we need to close this down. We don't need this anymore. All right, now we can recompile and launch. Then we should have an audio component for our tetraminos now. And then I think it'll just be a matter of like hitting play sound at location, or just play sound on the drop and stuff. All right, so we'll go into blueprints here. Let's check out actors. You know, I'm starting to think I should have created a BP tetramino base and then derived all these from it, because now I'm going to have to go through each and every one of these and add the move component to it, or the move audio. And audio isn't showing. Okay, well, time for some debugging. Okay, I'm done. I just needed to go over here and click the move audio. So we'll make sure I have sound effect SFX Tetramino move highlighted, and then okay, perfect. Give it, and then I just need to do that for the rest of the Tetraminos. I'll do one more on camera. So the component class shouldn't be editable. What? I lost the highlight? Oh yeah, because I'm shit. Well, I'll just open all these up then. Alright, I won't make you watch me do this. I'll be right back. Okay, so looking at the U audio component, it looks like there is like just a standard play. Over here in C++, I think all I have to do is find the function. Actually, we can close out of this. Let's make sure we save all. Close. Close this. All right, don't need the audio component.h open anymore. And now, so this is at move. Okay, and if it's not dropping, or if it is dropping, yeah, that's a good point. So let's play it in here. We want move audio and then play. I mean, I think that should be it. Unless we're dropping. And then if we are dropping, we need the other sound. So we'll call this drop audio. Back up to the constructor. We'll make this drop audio. And then we want, actually set the correct variable. All right, drop audio, attach it to the root component. Perfect. Then down in drop, so we want is finished dropping. Loops through all the blocks. So this is colliding. If it is dropping, then we clear all the timers. Set is dropping to false, is finished dropping to true. Then we can play the sound here. So drop audio, play. I think that ought to be it. Did I misclick? Come on. Okay, I'm going to compile and test this out. I'll be right back. All right, I think we got it. So a couple of things I did off camera. Let's go into audio. I created a meta sound for the drop, even though it is one thing. I think I'm gonna export multiple drops ultimately, because the pitch variation and volume variation isn't giving enough variation here. Um, so yeah, I think I am gonna export more of these. The Tetramino move is working just fine. Um, I might remove like all the randoms and stuff like that because it seemed to have enough variation to me, and I'm not really noticing much in the change in pitch shift. So if you spam this, you can see it's using like 1% of CPU, which probably isn't really necessary. Not that it'll really matter in a game like this, but if I am exporting this to mobile, it's something that I want to think of. Um, the other thing I wanted to point out was, let's go to my actors. And so if I go to the audio, as soon as the Tetramino was coming into play, it was playing its audio. So you have to go down to activation and turn off auto activate. I didn't look up what the variable is for this in C++. I probably should set it there. The other thing I did was I moved the drop sound out to the player board, because what was happening was over in C++, when I would drop the Tetramino and it would get destroyed by the code, it would clip the sound. So it wasn't playing the entire thing, so I decided to leave it there. I thought about moving out the Tetramino sounds into the player board, the move sounds, but the reason I didn't do that is just because the way the code is set up. So if we go over to Tetramino base here, I'm already passing in a previous and new position to the move function, and I added a check to make sure that the previous position does not equal to the current position before we'll play it. I didn't feel like adding all those variables to the player board. I mean, I might have been able to find a better way to do the drop audio too, but it seemed easier to just to move it out to the player board. So probably not coding best practices, but it works. In a small game like this, who really cares? All right, so what does it sound like? So it moves, clicks, and thuds. But that's about it. So I'm gonna upload both these videos at the same time, so it's gonna be kind of long. But I hope you enjoyed this and the one I made previously, and I will see you in the next.